Appendix D for Essay on the Creative Imagination. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Essay on the Creative Imagination by Théodule Ribot. Appendix D. Evidence in regard to musical imagination. See Part 3, Chapter 2. The above question asked, does the experiencing of purely musical sounds evoke images, universally, and of what nature and under what conditions? Seem to me to enter a more general field, the affective imagination, which I intend to study elsewhere in a special work. For the time being, I limit myself to observations and information that I have gathered, picking from them several that I give here for the sake of shedding light on the question. I give first the replies of musicians, then those of non-musicians. 1. Monsieur Lionel Dauriac writes me, "The question that you ask me is complex. I am not a visualizer. I have infrequent hypnagogic hallucinations, and they are all of the auditory type. Symphonic music aroused in me no image of the visual type, while I remained the amateur that you knew from 1876 to 1898. When that amateur began to reflect methodically on the art of his taste, he recognized in music a power of suggesting 1. Sonorous, non-musical images, thunder, clock, example, the overture of William Tell. 2. Psychic images, suggestion of a mental state, anger, love, religious feeling. 3. Visual images, whether following upon the psychic image or through the intermediation of a program. Under what condition in a symphonic work is the visual image introduced by the psychic image produced in the event of a break in the melodic web? Here are given, without orderly arrangement, some of the ideas that have come to me. Beethoven's Symphony in C major appears to me purely musical. It is of a sonorous design. The Symphony in D major, the second, suggests to me visual motor images. I set a ballet to the first part and keep track altogether of the ballet that I picture. The Heroic Symphony, aside from the Funeral March, the meaning of which is indicated in the title, suggests to me images of a military character, ever since the time that I noticed that the fundamental theme of the first portion is based on notes of perfect harmony, trumpet notes, and, by association, military. The finale of this symphony, which I consider superior to the other parts, does not cause me to see anything. Symphony in B-flat major, I see nothing there. This may be said without qualification. Symphony in C minor, it is dramatic, although the melodic web is never broken. The first part suggests the image, not of fate knocking at the gate, as Beethoven said, but of a soul overcome with the crisis of revolt, accompanied by a hope of victory. Visual images do not come except as brought by psychic images. F.G., a musician, always sees, that is the rule, notably in the Pastoral and in the Heroic Symphony. In Bach's Passion, he beholds the scene of the mystic lamb. A composer writes me, "When I compose or play music of my own composition, I behold dancing figures, I see an orchestra, an audience, etc. When I listen or play music by another composer, I do not see anything." This communication also mentions 3 other musicians who see nothing. 2. D. So little of a musician that I had some trouble to make him understand the term symphonic music, never goes to concerts. However, he went once, 15 years ago, and there remains in his memory very clearly the principal phrase of a minuet. He hums it. He cannot recall it without seeing people dancing a minuet. M.O.L. has been kind enough to question in my behalf 16 non-musical persons. Here are the results of his inquiry. 8 see curved lines. 3 see images, figures springing in the air, fantastic designs. 2 see the waves of the ocean. 3 do not see anything. End of Appendix D.